Welcome you petrolheads to a grand automotive adventure as we delve into the captivating history of the oldest car brands still roaring and rumbling on our roads today. Buckle up as we take you on a thrilling ride through time, exploring the legacies of these automotive titans. These brands aren't just names etched in chrome and steel, they represent over a century of innovation, perseverance, and a sheer bloody-mindedness that would make a stubborn mule seem positively spineless. So get ready to feast your eyes and ears on the captivating stories behind these automotive legends. Now you might think that a company celebrating its 120th birthday is about as sprightly as a pensioner trying to outrun a mobility scooter, but you'd be dead wrong. Ford, my friends, is a company that's as American as apple pie and just as satisfying. Old Henry Ford, the mastermind behind this automotive behemoth, wasn't afraid to shake things up. He practically invented mass production with his assembly line, churning out Model Ts like a bakery gone mad. The Mustang, that growling icon of American muscle, needs no introduction. And the GT40? Well, let's just say it wiped the smug smiles off Ferrari's face at Le Mans. Over 35 million sold? Now that's what I call a success story. Ford, my friends, is living proof that age is just a number. Now if Ford is the rugged, blue-collar hero of the American automotive story, then Cadillac is its sophisticated, well-dressed cousin. Founded just a year before Ford, Cadillac has always been about a touch of class, a dash of luxury, and a whole lot of presence. Hailing from the Motor City itself, Detroit, Cadillac is as American as baseball and apple pie, but with a bit more polish. But let's be honest, we're not here for corporate drama, are we? We're here for the cars, and Cadillac has delivered some beauties over the years. From the classic Eldorado to the sleek and modern CT5, Cadillac has always been synonymous with luxury and style. Cadillac is a brand that stood the test of time, and with their commitment to innovation, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, we're off to Italy, the land of pasta, passion, and of course, some of the most stylish cars ever to grace the asphalt. And leading the charge is none other than Fiat, a company that's as much a part of Italian culture as a Vespa scooter and a strong espresso. Fiat, you see, predates even the prancing horse of Ferrari. Founded in 1899, Fiat has seen its fair share of ups and downs, but it's always managed to bounce back with the resilience of a particularly determined rubber ball. And what's their secret weapon? The Fiat 500, of course. That little bundle of joy, affectionately known as the yogurt pot, single-handedly saved Fiat's bacon back in the early 2000s. But Fiat isn't just about cute city cars. They've got a long and storied history of building everything from family saloons to sporty little hatchbacks. Love them or hate them, you can't deny that Fiat is a survivor. Ah, France, the land of fine wine, delicious cheese, and, dare I say it, some rather excellent cars. And when it comes to French automotive history, Renault is right up there with the Eiffel Tower and a freshly baked baguette. Founded by three brothers, Louis, Marcel, and Fernand Renault in 1899, Renault has always been a company with a need for speed. From the iconic 4CV, affectionately known as the Little 4, to the sporty Clio and the rugged Megane RS, Renault has always had a knack for building cars that are both stylish and fun to drive. And who could forget their exploits in Formula One? They've been winning races and championships for decades. Renault is a company that's constantly evolving, constantly innovating, and constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Now, we're venturing into the wild world of off-roading, where only the toughest and most capable vehicles dare to tread. And when it comes to conquering mountains, fording rivers, and traversing deserts, there's one name that stands head and shoulders above the rest: Land Rover. Those intrepid Brits have been building go-anywhere vehicles since 1948, when the first Land Rover rolled off the production line. And let me tell you, those early Land Rovers were about as basic as a brick, but they were as tough as nails and could go just about anywhere. But Land Rover didn't rest on their laurels. They continued to refine and improve their designs, creating iconic vehicles like the Defender, the Discovery, and the Range Rover. The Defender in particular is a legend in its own right. And then there's the Range Rover, the epitome of luxury and off-road capability. Land Rover is a brand that's synonymous with adventure, reliability, and a certain British sense of understated cool. Now we're off to the Czech Republic, a landlocked country with a rich history and a passion for engineering. And in the heart of this automotive haven lies Škoda, a brand that's gone from strength to strength, proving that you don't need a fancy Italian name to build a bloody good car. Founded in 1895 by two blokes named Vaclav Loren and Vaclav Klement, Škoda started out building bicycles before moving on to motorcycles and eventually, automobiles. They even had a bit of a rough patch after World War II when the communist government took over, but they managed to weather the storm and emerge stronger than ever. And what's their secret? Well, for starters, they build solid, reliable cars that are great value for money. Take the Škoda Octavia, for example. It's a family car that's practical, affordable, and surprisingly spacious. Škoda is a brand that's often overlooked, but they're quietly conquering the world, one well-built car at a time. Now we come to the granddaddy of them all, the brand that practically invented the automobile as we know it, Mercedes-Benz. These German giants have been at the forefront of automotive innovation for over a century, and their cars are synonymous with luxury, performance, and that certain Teutonic attention to detail. It all started back in 1886 when Carl Benz, a man with a magnificent beard and an even more magnificent mind, patented the world's first automobile. Meanwhile, another German genius, Gottlieb Daimler, was busy developing his own motor car. These two pioneers eventually joined forces and Mercedes-Benz was born. From the iconic 300 SL Gullwing to the luxurious S-Class and the sporty AMG models, Mercedes-Benz has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible in a car. Mercedes-Benz is a brand that represents the pinnacle of automotive achievement. Now we're off to Germany, a land synonymous with precision engineering, high-performance cars, and of course, the Autobahn. And amongst the titans of German automotive excellence stands Opel, a brand that's been quietly but confidently building quality cars for the masses since 1862. Now, I know what you're thinking. 1862? That's even older than a Victorian tea cozy, and you'd be right. But Opel didn't start out building cars. They cut their teeth on something far more exciting: sewing machines. It wasn't until 1899 that they took the plunge into the world of automobiles. From the iconic Opel Kadett to the sporty Manta and the ever-popular Corsa, Opel has always had a knack for building cars that are both affordable and appealing. Opel may not have the same flashy image as some of their German counterparts, but they're a force to be reckoned with. Now, we're venturing off the beaten track to explore a brand that's a bit of an enigma, a hidden gem in the automotive world, Tatra. This Czech company has been around since 1850, making it older than a plate of moldy goulash, and they've been building some truly unique and innovative vehicles. Now, Tatra might not be a household name like Mercedes or Ford, but they've got a loyal following among those who appreciate their unconventional designs and rugged durability. They're known for their distinctive backbone chassis, which allows for incredible off-road articulation, and their air-cooled engines, which are as tough as a Czech wrestler. Tatra has a long and storied history, from building luxury cars for the elite to producing military vehicles for the Czech army. Tatra is a brand that's always marched to the beat of their own drum, and that's what makes them so special. And now we come to the granddaddy of them all, the oldest car brand still roaring its way through the 21st century, Peugeot. These French lions have been around since 1810, which is older than a baguette that's been left out in the rain. Now, before you start picturing horse-drawn carriages and penny-farthing bicycles, Peugeot didn't actually start out building cars. They dabbled in everything from coffee grinders to pepper mills to crinoline dresses. It wasn't until 1886 that Armand Peugeot decided to try his hand at building a horseless carriage. From the iconic 205 GTI to the stylish 508 and the family-friendly 3008, Peugeot has always had a knack for building cars that are both desirable and practical. They've also got a long and illustrious history in motorsport, racking up victories in everything from the World Rally Championship to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Peugeot is a brand that's constantly evolving, constantly innovating, and constantly proving that they're not afraid to take risks. Well, there you have it, folks, a whistle-stop tour through the history of the oldest car brands in the world. From humble beginnings to global domination, these automotive pioneers have shaped the way we drive, and their legacies continue to inspire and excite us today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more high-octane automotive adventures.